Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. It's been a long time coming, but I am back, hopefully, for a length of time consistently. I'll be live streaming each day of the week, and today is Tuesday Air. So today, every Tuesday, normally at 11 o'clock today, it's 4 o'clock. It's a little bit later, but every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, I will be going over the air signs for the week. So we will be covering Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, so that's Tuesday air. And we're starting off with Libra, guys. So this could be a love reading. This could be a reading about changes in your life, career, money, whatever the case may be. And I've laid out this beautiful card of Libra along with your sun. And I laid out the moon energy card because actually today, the moon is also in Libra. So take a moment, folks, to meditate on a beautiful energy of those cards. And we're going to get right into it, all right? I'm going to start off and just get a basic idea of what you might be experiencing this week. Of course, you know, not every reading is for everybody. And this reading could resonate with anyone who has Libra energy in their chart. So not just your sun, could be your moon, could be your rising sign, could be Venus and Mars, Venus or Mars. The major planets perhaps showing present. You know, disclaimer, I am not an astrologer, I'm a tarot reader. But for the most part, anybody with some strong Libra energy may resonate with this reading or part of it. So I'm going to move these up, guys, and we are going to get into cutting your deck. I've already been shuffling off camera so we can get right into it. Libra for the next week or so, right? Next week or so. All right, here we go. 2 Pentacles, wow. Okay, here we go, right away. King of Cups coming out, 3 of Cups coming out, and Death. Big changes, wow. All right, King of Cups, energy, strong love energy, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Death. A lot of changes, Libra, a lot of changes, a lot of upheaval in terms of finances, right? Starting right away this week with a lot of sort of decisions, right? A lot of juggling, a lot of decisions. Things may seem a little bit chaotic for you this week. There's a lot of partying going on also, right? There's a lot of festivities going on. It almost seems as though you are burning the candle from both ends. There is someone strong in your life, though, in between of all of this. King of Cups energy. Also, water energy, right? Fire of water. Cups is water. So strong emotional energy in your life right now. But there's a big change with that death coming through. So that's kind of like we got just bare bones. We're going to take another line. We're going to throw 3 lines of cards and get clarifiers and all of that. So we're going to dive a little deeper. Show me more of what's going on with Libra. The Devil, Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, wow, 6 of Cups, wow. Okay. Seems like this week, all right, here we have the Devil coming in. Interesting. Libra. Seems like this week you're just being pulled maybe a little bit. This is in general a really positive sort of reading though, right? This is the beginning of the week is chaotic, but there's someone who's kind of like pulling you in a different direction, right? It feels as though almost like you're having your last hooray before, you know, there is some changes, right? Some of you might be moving in with somebody. You might be making your relationship much more stable and centered and committed, right? And this is a huge change for you, right? This feels like a reading for a Libra who's really the party animal for, in a way, you know, the one, you know, you enjoy your single life, you enjoy being extremely busy, you enjoy your festivities with your friends, and yet all of this is kind of coming to a close. It feels almost as if, to me, there's a last little bit of indulgence, right? You're doing a last little bit of indulging yourself, walking on the wild side. Ultimately, what you're getting, though, is what you want. 10 of Cups and 6 of Cups. You absolutely love this individual. Definitely feels like you are in a relationship with somebody and it's going to the next level. And the next level is a big change. The next level is a big change as far as what you're used to being able to do with your time and where you're able to go, and you're not having to answer to anybody most of the time. And so this is a big change for you to sort of be, I want to say, more stable, more committed, and I want to say a sense of responsibility as well, right? There's a feeling of having to be, having to grow up a little bit, having to be a little bit more responsible, and yet there is a dark side to you that is pulling. Show me more. 10 of Wands, Ace of, okay, the Moon. Wow. All right, so there's money issues involved, right? There's definitely some money here. We got bottom of the deck now. We can see is Queen of Pentacles, right? So protecting what you've already built up, right? You're very protective, I'm going to say, of what you've built, Libra, on your own, right? Before this person, right? When I point to King of Cups, talking about this person in your life, right? So you're very sort of protective of that. Along with your gregarious nature, along with, the life of the party energy that you have, you've also worked extremely hard for everything that you have, right? This could also resonate with a Libra who's come from really meager means and really built yourself up, right? You thrive on having a lot of different projects, right? Whereas for some people that would be much more stressful. You thrive in juggling different things. You thrive in thinking on your feet, okay? And so to a certain degree, this is something that you feel like you're going to be missing a little bit. You're ambivalent, right? There may be a little bit of ambivalent feelings here, ambiguous feelings. You are in love. You do want this love. You want this connection. You want this ultimate stage with this person. You want this stability. You definitely love them. The affection is there. But it's almost like you're mourning a little bit of your own life. There is a little bit of fear, just a little bit of fear there. The moon is showing up in your reading. Lovely, with moon being in Libra today. That's really interesting also. The moon is showing up, and you're sort of like, you're feeling a lot of different feelings. And it may not be exactly clear to you, you're doing the right thing, but yet and still you have these other feelings that are unresolved. Remember that the periods of moon energy are a testing phase, right? The moon is very much a testing phase, and you're not given all the answers during a phase like that, right? When you're in that energy. That's what makes it feel uneasy. But it's testing your resolve and your strength and testing everything that you've learned in your life up until now. Are you willing to rely on the wisdom that you've accrued? Are you willing to sort of, I'm going to say, are you willing to sort of trust yourself, right? Are you willing to sort of trust your intuition, trust the skills that you've accumulated, trust the knowledge and the wisdom? And so moon energy periods are periods where you're taken a little bit through, I'm going to say, unknown territory. And this is very much unknown territory, Libra. Definitely a Libra who is entering a new phase. 10 of Wands is there. You're coming out of a period of carrying a lot of burdens on yourself also. I will say a positive energy that's coming out of this is the fact that you can relax a little bit. When you join with this person and this stability comes in and this new chapter of a union life, a life of union with somebody else comes in for you, Libra, yes, you may be losing to a certain degree some of your extreme independence, right? And having to not answer to anyone but yourself. But you also are gaining something important here, which I think you're only going to be realizing later on, a little bit later on, which is you've been carrying a lot by yourself, right? And carrying a lot on your own is tiring. You know what I mean? You have two tens. Tens are completion. Coming to the end of a period of having to do everything on your own because you now have a partner who is there for you. You now have a partner who's wanting to share that kind of load with you. There is Ace of Pentacles coming in. There's opportunities for new money and new growth coming in as a result of this union as well. You may be joining with someone who in and of themselves is also quite, I don't want to say affluent, but successful, right? Someone who has means, someone who has sort of the experience of working for things and earning things, someone that has a nice, strong foundation, stability, security, right? And so there's a lot of give and take here between you and this individual. There's no feeling here of any animosity when it comes to things like money or, who has more money. This is definitely a feeling of a union with someone who is on par with you responsibly, and career-wise as well. Let's get some clarifiers. This is a nice reading. And this is for a Libra who may have just be coming into a period now where everything is really, really great and feels great, and you're doing the right thing, and yet you have this little bit of sadness. You have this little bit of nagging or pulling feeling of you, or this feeling not of regret, but sort of grief. Well, it's the loss, right? Whenever you change stages in your life and you move on with someone new, you start an entirely new chapter in your life, you grieve a little bit. It's never 100% ecstatic because you grieve a little bit of your old life, right? And if your old life was not great at all, then sometimes that grief shows up as fear because you fear the new. Nevertheless, it's really small, it's fleeting. Show me 2 cards out at once. The Sun and the 9 of Pentacles, and one more, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is also definitely for a Libra who is used to making their own money. All right, you might be feeling a little bit of fear because you're coming into a union with somebody, and it's like you're not just making your own money, you're making money with, you know what I mean? You're sharing expenses. Let me try. I always like to make sure that you can see all of the cards. And that's a little bit unusual for you. That's different for you. The Sun is coming in, though. It's enriching, right? It is enriching. It is, even though it's not something you're used to, even though it is maybe causing just a little bit of apprehension, that Sun is in there for you. Okay, let's see if I can get this to focus. That Sun is in there for you, right? And the Sun is all about, look at that, light, clarity, warmth, right? And nourishment, right? The Sun is what we need the Sun to grow. Without the Sun, we wouldn't exist. This planet would be barren and dead. It would be a dead planet. So, the Sun brings clarity. It also brings warmth. It brings understanding and nurturing. But it brings all of those things so that you may grow. And out of this, you will be growing, even though at first you feel a little bit apprehensive. All right, let's get some spirits out and see what your spirits say. This is a nice reading. This is a beautiful affirmation of what's happening. It is definitely to let you know that you are on the right track. Trust yourself. Remember, as I say, the moon is a testing phase. It is a testing period, right? It will test you. And it's not going to show you the answers, right? The answers aren't meant to just be given. This energy, you're meant to trust yourself and go through and have the courage. It's like, that's what they say about courage, right? It's not that you're not afraid, but you still carry on. We have Spirit of the Wind, Spirit of the Tower, and Spirit of Saint Nicholas. And this is what I'm talking about. Spirit of the Wind, there's a lot of activity and movement, right? There is a lot of communication, talking back and forth. Wow, can I get that even closer so you can see? That's a beautiful card. A lot of activity, and you love activity. That's what I was saying earlier. You thrive on it. You thrive on doing many, many things at once, right? Having a lot going on. And so this is going to be extremely active week for you. We also have the Spirit of the Tower. All right, so surprises, shifts, big changes. This is what I was talking about earlier, because with that Death card that came in, which is also a sign of enormous change and transformation, this is coming in and things are getting shaken up. And when we talk about Spirit of the Tower, this speaks to the Tower card in the traditional deck. You're used to life a certain way, Libra. This is a reading definitely for a Libra who is used to a very independent life, who's used to sort of doing things on their own, struggling on their own, handling it on their own. And so but this shift that you're going through, this connection that you're making with this person, this love that is coming in for you. By the way, your friends are celebrating also. Okay, I have this feeling here that, your true friends, your good friends are very happy for you because they see that you've been, to a certain degree, carrying a lot on your own. And yes, you're used to it, but you're carrying a lot on your own. And this is a big change because you're learning that you don't have to do things on your own, that you can share the load with someone. Then we have Spirit of St. Nicholas, and this is what I was talking about. There's a feeling of generosity here and sharing between you and your person, gifts. There is there's a share and share like energy. There's no issues about money. There's no animosity about money here. So this is a great reading, Libra. All right. I love it. And this is it. This is where I'm going to leave you. All right. Beautiful. I love it when it comes out like this. Like I said, this is a reaffirmation reading for a Libra that just wanted maybe a little bit more insight and confirmation that they are on the right track and that the things that they're feeling right now are just kind of fleeting, sort of lingering, I want to say butterflies, right? Butterflies in this big change that is coming in that is so different from what you're used to. All right, let me clear up these cards and we are going to move straight on to Gemini. All right, so I'm going to take this moon card away because the moon is in Libra and we're going to Gemini. I'm going to take Libra away and we have Gemini. I'm going to leave that sun in Gemini, natal individuals and anyone, again, like I said before at the beginning of the Libra, these readings will be for anyone who has Gemini energy in their chart. It could be energy in Mars, Venus, could be sun rising, strong energy in your chart. Doesn't only have to be your sun sign, okay? It doesn't only have to be where the sun was at when you were born. All right, so Gemini, my lovely twins, take a moment to meditate on those cards while I do a last few shuffle. And we're going to cut your deck. Here we go, straight in with Gemini. See what's going on this week for Gemini. Move these up. So, like I said, every Tuesday, I'm going to be doing Tuesday air. We're going to be looking at the air signs. Here we go, Chariot energy. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, nice. 10 of Wands. Oh, and the 3 of Swords. Uh-oh. Okay, Gemini. You're moving on. Okay. Right away, we start off with a base read, right? A base read. Here, let me cover these up. So we're going to concentrate on these cards here right now. 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay, Chariot. New beginnings, right? Totally new beginnings, Gemini. A totally new path. You're changing. You're veering. You're completely making a shift. Big shift, right? Letting go of burdens. You may have felt responsible for some things. You may have been carrying responsibility for some things and it's just been overwhelming and you're shedding that. You're like, look, it's not my responsibility anymore. I'm moving on with my life. And that's that energy. I'm moving on with my life, right? There is business opportunity. There is money coming in, a strong money opportunity. However, 3 of Swords is there. So there's a feeling of betrayal. Someone in your life is feeling betrayed, and I don't think it's you. It could be, we're going to throw another line of cards, but that 3 of Swords, that betrayal that's there, could be you. Could be that you felt betrayed, but let's see. Let me hold that. Let me see what the next line holds. Show me, Gemini. King of Wands, Ace of Cups, Justice, oof, and 10 of Cups. Wow. All right. Interesting. So, someone has come in for you. Someone's come in for you, Gemini. And it's like a new lover. It's like, boom, somebody has really, really come in for you hard. King of Wands energy, okay? Fire of fire. This person is fiery. This person is like, boom, you know, in your face. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, strong Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy in this individual has come in, and it almost feels as though that they've pulled you right down this entirely new path. There's a new opportunity for stability and money and blessing to come in, and also this is a new love interest that is bursting forth. Justice is there. For some of you may be coming out of a marriage, okay? Three of Swords and all of that energy is there too. It feels to me like, Gemini, this might be a reading for some of you who were in a marriage, and this marriage was one where you really carried a lot of the weight. You carried a lot of responsibilities. You may not have been very happy in this marriage for quite some time. You may have felt very stuck, you know, but incrementally getting closer and closer to the end of your rope, and then boom, this person comes into you and you have this instant love, and it's almost like a whirlwind romance. Some of you will have to be dealing with court to immediately get divorced, or you want to get separated. It's very fast. Okay, there's extremely quick turnaround here, Gemini. Extremely quick. It's like you broke up you leave this person, you leave someone in your life. Like I said, it feels for a lot of you resonating with this, that it's going to be a marriage or a very long-term relationship. And it's almost like you leave it right away Tuesday, and by Friday you're on with this other person, and it's instant. It's love. It's not like you're immediately playing the field or something like that. It's like instant love, powerful. The person you're dealing with is definitely very dominant. Okay, they're definitely making it clear that they want you. They're not going to give up without a fight, sort of thing. But it's like there was no fight to have because you instantly fall in love with them. And yes, there is going to be some issues to do with money and separation of property coming down as a result of this. There's some documents, some paperwork, some bureaucratic stuff that you may have to be dealing with, but ultimately it allows you this freedom, and 10 of Cups comes in completion. Show me another line. 10 of Pentacles, money, wow. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles, wow. So, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. Yeah, this started as an innocent flirtation. Somebody came into you and sort of like, you know, they flirted with you a little bit. They may have told you, hey, I really, really like you. What's up? And boom, it turned into this very quickly. Excuse me, let me take a sip of water. Sorry, guys. Isn't that awful when you... And as I take a smoke of my Black and Mild as well at the same time. This is an intense reading, Gemini. An intense reading because this is a whirlwind romance, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. This is very much a whirlwind romance with a very dominant individual. And when I say dominant, I'm not talking about gender or anything like that. You know, we're just talking about energies. Male, female, doesn't matter. Cis, doesn't matter. Trans, doesn't matter. It's their energy. The individual that's coming into you is a very dominant, masculine energy coming in, right? And they're kind of like, look, I want you. I want to be with you. I don't care that you were married for 1,000,000 years. I don't care that you've been in a long-term relationship. You need to be with me. I know that you need to be with me. And it's like they're so certain of it. And also at the same time, you have this enormous love. With this Ace of Cups. And so justice, like I said, it is going to be some bureaucratic mess there for a little while. Some, you know, there's some entanglements that some of you may have to deal with. But ultimately, you come out like, boom, this is really what you've wanted. And what follows is like just an immense amount of fortune and blessings. Another 10 completions. Financially, you are equals, and together you make each other more prosperous, more financially stable. Wheel of Fortune is coming in. The wheel is turning for you. This is very much a, I want to say a fated meeting almost, feels like. For some of you, it's going to feel like this long-term relationship you were in was almost like just like a standby until the time came for you to run into this person, this King of Wands. Okay. Excuse me. Page of Pentacles comes in. Ooh, it is flu season, folks, so you have to bear with me. Page of Pentacles has come in. So there's also a feeling of a new start financially. You have 2 pages, so there's a lot of beginnings. Let me move this one up so you can see this one. This is the bottom of your deck here. But you have 2 pages, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. And a Page of Pentacles also feels to me like there's a freshness, a newness, a new avenue of money, or I want to say financial means coming in as a result of connecting with this very domineering, dominant, masculine energy individual who comes into you. Okay? It almost feels as though you will ultimately be working together. 3 of Pentacles. There's a gain there coming in. It's like, again, it feels like you two coming together make each other greater together, right? The sum of your parts is greater. The whole is greater than the sum of your parts, okay? So this is a beautiful reading. The reading for Libra was also beautiful. This is also a very beautiful reading. But that 3 of Swords is there. So mind, take care. The person that you are coming away from is definitely feeling betrayed. They're feeling, and I don't feel like you cheated on them, like there was any adultery here or anything like that, or you cheated on your longtime lover or whatever. It feels to me like this was a clean and honest break from the heart, yet and still, because of the amount of time that you've put in with this individual and the amount of time they've put in with you, they feel very much betrayed and stabbed in the back. All right, so let's get some clarifiers. 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Wow, 6 of Wands. Victory. Yeah, what can I say? This is like all good energy, like amazing good energy. Victory is coming in. 2 of Cups. A bonding, a connection, an agreement, right, is coming in. We love each other. We are together, right? And the 6 of Wands comes out over that 3 of Swords and that 10 of Wands. So you're going to be feeling very much, Libra, again, reaffirmation, this feeling of a union, a coming together, a commitment, a promise to each other, a recognition that this new love is reciprocated. Like you found, it's for some of you, it's going to feel like, how shall I say it? I'll say it like this. It's as if some of you who resonate with this, you may have been married for 10 years, and it's almost as if last week you met somebody and you knew that that person was actually your soulmate, and it's like, you're willing to say goodbye to the last 10 years, boom, that quickly, and come together. It's almost as if the last 10 years never happened. Okay? It isn't even like a burden that you carry or regret or anything like that. This person comes in so hard for you that your new life starts with them, and it's as if you never had another life, right? 7 of Pentacles is there, looking over everything that you've done, looking over your good work that you've put in and what you fought for, and realizing that it's not what you want anymore. And again, that realization, this long-term relationship you're coming out of, as I say, this person you're coming away from, feeling very betrayed and hurt, but you also looking back and realizing that all this time and effort that you've put into sort of gardening that particular patch, you don't want it anymore. You know, and this is such an enormous shift for you. It's such a shift of clarity as well that, again, it feels like nothing else but blessings. All right, let's just get 3 oracle cards for you to see what kind of energies are with you. Gemini, what can I say? This is an incredible reading. It's very specific, right? The scenario is quite specific. It's gonna, if you resonate with it, you may only resonate with part of this reading, but there's something. If you're here, there is something for you here. Okay, however small it is, there is something for you here. All right, they may or may, help you in whatever it is going through your life this week. Let's see what these energies are. Spirit of envy, spirit of the snowflake, spirit of the lion. Wow. Resentful, spirit of envy, miserable and resentful. This is what I'm talking about, right? The person that you are leaving is going to be very resentful and feel very hurt, very, very, very hurt. Okay. Spirit of the snowflake is there. Special, irreplaceable, one of a kind. So this is how you're feeling with this your new person. This is the energy. This like, oh my God, this is my soulmate. This is the one of a kind that I've been waiting for. This is absolutely unique. Again, everything that I've been saying. And Spirit of the Lion. This very much reminds me of this King of Wands, right? This person is a leader. This person is recognized. They have a lot of respect. Okay, they're very dominant. They're kings. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about. This energy of like, boom, this person knows what they want. They want you. And they bring with it a lot of sort of strong pride, energy, success, recognition, respect. This shouldn't feel bad or dirty or anything like you stepped out. This is just simply finding your soulmate. And unfortunately, for some of you, you were already involved with somebody and there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings. Now, for some of you, you may not have been involved with somebody, but there is someone in your life who's feeling very hurt and resentful of you moving away and down this road with this person. And it could be for a different reason. They may not be your spouse or your longtime lover. It may just be a friend that you no longer spend as much time with, right? It may just be a work colleague who is, jealous of the amount of energy that you are putting towards this individual now in your life. Whatever the case may be, there is someone in your life who you've carried a lot of burdens for, who you felt like you've had to really sort of, you've carried a lot to be with them or to be around them or to interact with them, right? That energy is there. That hurt energy is there. Remember, spirit of envy is there. Discontent, miserable, they're resentful. So watch out for that. Watch out for those feelings. There may be difficult conversations. You know what I mean? Very emotional, things like that. But, at the end of the day, love will out, And if you find your soulmate, if you're lucky to find your soulmate, who is going to wait and give that up? I think that you have to go for it. And unfortunately, people do have their feelings certain. People feel a certain kind of way. But when you find that special somebody, you have to hold on to it and not let it go. All right, guys, this is the reading for Gemini. I am going to now get ready, pull these cards up, and let's get ready for the reading for Aquarius. The final air sign for today, Air Tuesday. Again, folks, every Tuesday. Normally it will be at 11 o'clock. Today I started late because it was my first day coming back and my first day live streaming. And I was like, I messed it all up earlier and I had to restart. So, you try these things. You have to just keep trying and trying and trying until you get a result. All right. So here we are. I'm pulling in Aquarius Sun. Beautiful sign of Aquarius, the water bearer. Okay. A lot of people think Aquarius is a water sign because it's often depicted with a maiden carrying a jug of water. But of course, Aquarius is in fact an air sign. All right. So take a moment to meditate on those two beautiful cards while I go ahead and shuffle your deck. And again, as I said at the beginning of the Libra and the Gemini reading, these readings, tarot is an art form. It is not a science, right? So these readings aren't going to be for everyone. You may not find anything here for you directly resonating with you and your experience. But I find that if you're already opening yourself up to tapping into other energies and, other signs, that could come your way, vibrations that could come your way and inform your intuition, then you've come here for a reason, right? And there may be something very small to take away from this, okay? Or there may be something really enlightening to take away. So we're just going to see. Let's get right into Aquarius. One last shuffle. And then we're going to cut your deck. All right, nice clean cut. Let's get into it. Move these up. All right, Aquarius, Six of Cups, love energy, Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and Ace of Cups. Wow. All right. So right away, basic, this week, starting off, Aquarius, a lot of affection, okay? A lot of affection coming in. Some of you may be meeting with an old friend. You may be meeting with someone who is like your closest friend in a long time, rekindling a connection with them, but there is a lot of affection and love there. It feels of a friendship nature, though. It feels deep and strong and abiding, but immediately I feel it is a friend and not necessarily a lover. There's also work coming in. There's added work this week coming in for you. You're being called on to do more. You're being called on perhaps specifically for a particular talent that you have. This is very bare bones. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see the next line of cards that come out. At the same time, you're in the waiting phase. So this is a very quiet week, it feels like. Starts off quiet, you know, hanging out with a very special friend, an old friend who's come in, doing extra work. But you're waiting on something. You're waiting on some kind of information or news of something. There's something vexing you. I'm not sure if it's vexing you, but it's in the back of your mind. And you're waiting on it, right? We have also Ace of Cups, love, a possibility of a new love connection. But let's go a little bit deeper. Seems very simple and innocuous kind of energy, Aquarius coming in. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary or groundbreaking. But, here it is, Five of Cups. Let's see what the next one says. Hermit energy and an ace over an ace. Wow. Interesting. Regret. Five of Cups energy, regret, remorse, grief. Definitely grief. Aquarius. This person who's coming into you, this may indeed be an old love, okay? If it was an old love, it was not necessarily reciprocated. This may be somebody you've had a crush on, you've been in love with secretly for a long time, right? Secretly for a long time, and they've come back into your life. You're still working and you're doing your things, you're very busy, but you're waiting on more signs, almost as if it feels to me, Aquarius, like you're waiting on another chance to rekindle a love that you had with that Ace of Cups. Make new what was old for you. There is a lot of regret associated with this connection, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of mourning associated. And Queen of Cups, someone is definitely coming into you that has opened up their heart to you. All right, could be Aquarius that Aquarius, it may be that you're making connections with someone that you've known for a very long time that's in your long distant past, right? And there's almost an awakening happening for you of a missed opportunity, okay? There's almost a feeling of, you know, maybe back then, I think it was perhaps you who did not reciprocate the love. This person is coming in and really sharing deep feelings with you in a very, I want to say, raw and strong way. The Queen of Cups, she is water of water. So she is extremely strong in her feelings. She knows what she feels. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid of sharing her feelings. She's not afraid of being vulnerable. In fact, sharing her feelings does not make her vulnerable because she owns her feelings and her emotions so authentically. And so this person may have come to you and shared some, you know, and been like, hey, look, Aquarius, you know, I used to be so in love with you, you know. You weren't in love with me back then, but I was in love with you. So it may be something like that, it feels like. And it's almost as if it's awakening something. It's like, I never saw you that way, but now I do. I never saw it that way, but all of a sudden now I do. There's definitely a feeling that there was some sadness in the past here. That could be from you and from this individual. There's definitely a turning, looking backward and having grief. It could be, Aquarius, that for many years, almost feels like this may be the one that got away, Aquarius. Maybe that this individual may have had love for you, an intense amount of love, but you weren't really there for it. And yet, and still, you never really found that intense love in the years to come. That was something that never came in for you anyway. And now looking back, and this person coming back in and sharing these deep emotions with you, it's almost as if you're looking with 20/20 vision and looking back into the past and realizing the reason why this deep soulmate love energy never came into me is because this was the person and I missed my chance. Very specific reading. Very specific energy. Excuse me again. Hermit energy is there. Feels to me almost as though you may have had many lovers over the years. This again, this strong Five of Cups energy is telling me that, yeah, indeed, you probably did have a lot of lovers, a lot of connections over the years, yet they were all kind of, none of them really amounted to anything. And the grief that is being shown there, the regret and the grief that is shown there is for the fact that you just never found that certain someone. And also, feels strongly to me that that grief and that sort of regret is also there because that certain someone was there for you many, many years ago, but you gave up on them, or you did not see it, or you did not believe it, or you did not, it was sort of like you threw it away. You didn't see, you didn't see what you had, right? You didn't see the possibilities. Show me more. Interesting. Four of Wands. Woo! Seven of Swords. Justice. Damn. Well, bottom of the deck, Chariot. There's a desire to change the path, a desire to make a new start, a desire to go into a different direction. Absolutely. But will it elude you, right? Because guess what? There's energy of treachery. There's treacherous energy there. Excuse me. Justice is there. Justice showed up for two of the air sign readings. Justice is the card for Libra in the tarot. So Libra is showing up here for you, your sister sign. But there's a feeling that you're caught up. You're still caught up. And it could even be that you are involved with somebody, entangled with somebody even now that you ultimately aren't very happy with, but you're financially entangled. You're entangled as far as paperwork is concerned, agreements. You may be, you're enjoined in a very legal, official way with an individual. It could be marriage, may not be marriage, right? But there's a joining there, and there's a real sort of set responsibility list here that you have with someone that is paramount. And even though this individual is coming in these strong feelings of love, I mean, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then the Four of Wands, 1111. This is the 1111 card for those of you who don't know. A lot of times they call it 1111 simply because of the two pillars that are mirrored there. It is, in fact, the Four of Wands. And here we have Venus and Aries energy. Four of Wands is Venus and Aries energy. So it's love. It's a new love. It's a quick new love. It's a springing of new love. Quickly, strongly, but with a lot of stability and a lot of sort of strength and momentum to be long-term. That's why a lot of people, really sort of obsess over 1111. It's the soulmate. You get together and everything is happily ever after. Oftentimes, of course, it isn't like that. It isn't that straightforward, right? However, this comes in, right? Almost feels as though the reaffirmation is coming in of, in fact, yes, this is my soulmate. This was my soulmate. And yet, treachery is there. Someone is there to stop you. Someone doesn't want to see you leave this situation. Someone doesn't want to see this happen. And it feels to me like you're caught almost. You're kind of, it's like you're not in a situation where you're able to. The last reading for Gemini, if you watch the last reading, Gemini just sort of left their situation, whatever's holding them back, and just moved on with their soulmate. This situation is a little bit different. You're reconnecting with the soulmate that you had for many years, since years ago, but you're only realizing now that they are in fact your soulmate. And now you're kind of caught up in this situation in your life right now where you're entangled with someone else or something else or other responsibilities and commitments, and you're not able to just up and leave and move on with your soulmate. You just aren't. Show me. King of Swords. Wow. King of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles. Yes. It would be a loss of finances. You know, you would lose everything. That, you know, if you're married or you're involved business-wise with somebody or whatever the tie to responsibility is, if you were to just get up and go, you would lose everything. You know, you would have to rebuild yourself. It would be like starting from scratch, right? It would be like starting all over again. And this is the entanglement, and this is what's holding you. Yet you have a King of Pentacles and King of Swords. They're very, very strong energy of commitment and responsibility. It almost feels as though family would be disappointed. What are you doing? You're doing what? With who? I thought this was in your past. What are you talking about? All of a sudden now. There's a lot of definitely fiery, dominant energy in your life that is expecting certain things from you. And if you were to just up and go, it would really impact you. It would really impact your, I want to say, your livelihood, your stability, your money, etc., etc., etc. All right? Let me move this over. I'm going to get you to see here. So, you know, and again, treachery is there. Somebody, whoever is there, whatever is there, this energy that this person brings, that they found out that you were at all considering another person or starting to be in love with somebody, and especially it almost feels as though this person from your past has history with some of the people in your life as well, and they would be like absolutely mortified to find out that you're moving. Not that this person who's coming back, the soulmate energy that's coming back for you, is a bad individual, or it's just, it almost feels as though, you know, Aquarius, you might be dealing with a family that is very domineering and very judgmental of your partners, and just doesn't like this person, didn't like them then and doesn't like them now, and would really just cause a lot of issues, a lot of treachery, I want to say, to keep you away from them, right? To keep this from happening. And yet and still, you end up with the Page of Wands energy. I mean, the desire to just go off because you are an idealist, Aquarius, you're not going to be slowed down. That desire is there. And ultimately, after all of this back and forth, all of this emotional wrangling, your desire is still strong. You know, your desire to say, F you, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless of what anybody thinks is still strong. Show me the spirits. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Spirit of the dog, friendship, companion, undying loyalty. All right. So interesting. You know, it's almost as if, this person, this I think speaks to this soulmate energy that you have with this person. They were friends. You've been friends you will always consider them a friend. There is an undying sort of sense of loyalty or agreement that this is a soulmate connection, right? Some of you may also have friends, okay, that really know you and are loyal to who you truly are. And that person will come in perhaps for you, Aquarius, and help you to sort of navigate some of these feelings. We have spirit of earth, nature, grounded, ancestors. There's a grounding here coming in, all right? So for some of you, Aquarius, all of these feelings may be so overwhelming because it's like you're almost realizing something very intense all of a sudden for the first time. And you, again, have, you know, you're not able to act on it. You have all this other stuff going on. And so there's going to be an energy of grounding coming in for you because you're going to need it to really hash out these emotions and feelings. And then we have spirit of the heart, soul essence, okay? Soul essence, identity, vibration, spirit of the heart. Your heart is pumping. Someone is making your heart pump. And it's somebody that you never expected because they've come in for you again. Chariot energy is at the bottom of the deck over here. So reminding you that at any moment, you know, your life could just shift. But this would very much be such a strong shift. It would be, again, starting all over again. And still, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be an unmessy break. Like I said, there's treachery here. There's people who would work actively against you, sort of leaving or moving away from everything that you're involved and entwined with now to go off with this individual that you suddenly found yourself extremely drawn to. This is an energy that's going to play out over the next several months. It's only begun now. I feel like there's only been a hint of it now, right? It's going to intensify over the next few months. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Money coming in will intensify communication. This is deep. And yet, you feel like Hermit energy is at the center of it all. And there is a feeling of you being alone and feeling loneliness, right? You want more information. You need more signs to come in to help you decide if what you're feeling is real. They will come in. Again, this feels like a long-term reading. This Three of Wands is there. Yeah, that looking and waiting for more signs, they will begin to come in over the next few months. But nevertheless, this is a real sort of shocking feeling coming over you. All right? Almost out of nowhere. And almost, again, a strong feeling of, oh my God, why didn't I see this? Definitely a feeling of regret after having missed so many years. You know, coming to find out that a person in your past was actually the person you should have been with all this time, there's definitely a feeling of remorse and regret for having lost all of this time with this individual, right? So this is an intense emotional reading, all right? Aquarius, definitely going to need that spirit of earth, going to need that grounding for you to come in. Let's see what it holds. Every Tuesday. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. So this was the reading for Aquarius. So every Tuesday, I call it Tuesday Air, we will be looking at Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, right? We'll do the full read. As you can see, we go deeper into the reading, get more specific. And again, parts of it may resonate, some of it may resonate, none of it may resonate. Whatever the case may be, I wish you to take these messages with you and take from them what you will, right? Take from them what you need and leave the rest on the table. Yes, I love this. So thank you so much for staying, watching Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the first episode of Tuesday Air, and the next episode 2 will be next Tuesday at 11 a.m., and I hope to see you all here. It's always going to be a live stream, so that's great in case anybody has any chat, questions, etc. Hopefully I can answer those while we are streaming. But that's it. Have a wonderful week. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, thank you so much for coming to Bow and Arrow Tarot, and I hope to see you guys all next week. Bye-bye now.